Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep, welcome back to Pacific Paradise, and welcome back to this island we are building. We are once again on the PC version of the game, Steam version of the game, and for anyone who's new here, we're just going to run through the controls real quick. We are using W to go forward, S to go back, A goes left, D goes right, Q goes down, E goes up. You push and hold the right mouse button and that pans the camera around, and as we come down onto the beach, you'll grab the little yellow life raft, and R rotates, T transforms, C copies all clones, F focuses, delete deletes, and there we go. And I just get rid of that lad as well, because there's one other thing. The terrain brushes. I go through this every time we enter the map editor, because the caveat, this amount slider will catch you out. Say you're going around the outside of the island smoothing the height of the sand, and then you go, ooh, you know what, I'd like to raise a little lump here. That amount slider has not changed. Well, nor has the brush size slider. The sliders are inherited between all of the brushes, so if I were to left click now with the amount slider cranked all the way up, I would fire a shot all the way into a new dimension because that's what happens when the amount slider is cranked. So always when you're done with the brush, crank the amount slider down to its lowest amount, save often because there is no undo. And if you do make a big old messy mistake, just escape to the main menu and come back in again. Don't save a mistake. It's easier to clean up that way than it is just to try and fix it with the brushes again. Anyway. Last time we were going around the outside of our Caldera, our volcano, which is looking beautiful, by the way. It's looking beautiful, but it's really hard to see, especially on a YouTube video, how massively monstrous this thing is, even when I turn the ocean off and show you the fact that there's not much undersea action on the outside of this island. In fact, some of the wrecks are just hanging off over the void because this island is so big. Oh, how big is it? Bloody enormous it is. The actual crater itself is topping huge. It's huge, and underwater we have ourselves a lava chamber that has some cool stuff in it. Things like lanterns, we got some oxygen tanks, we got some greenery, which, considering there'll be a lot of mist and it'll be very dark down here, it's kind of cool. I got another lantern here and a lava tunnel which deposits you out into the world as a whole. Good. So yes, you can go from one side of, you go for the crater to the outside world without ever seeing the sky, I guess. But wait, there's more. Yes, last time we filled in the gaps, so we filled in some gaps here, and it looks kind of neat. We filled in some gaps over here, you wouldn't have even noticed, but we put in some trees that can be cut down, so this whole area can be swept clear if you want to put a building there. We've got our World War II section with the radar tower, we've got various bits and pieces going on. We've got the beach with the groins just capturing sand here. We've got a jetty with a sunken boat, and we have a bunch of rocks, rockety rocks, with an airplane, jumping puzzles, and all manner of stuff. We even got a skelly bob and a forest. But what are we doing this time? Well, this time we are putting in resource items because everything's pretty much done. In terms of the main blocking in of the island, I don't think there's more stuff that we need to do. Certainly there's a lot of polishing that we need to do, but polishing does not make for a good YouTube video, especially after many videos of just putting in rocks and trees. So what we're going to do is put in rocks and trees. Specifically, all of the trees that you can actually cut down. Things like the palm trees, but we also need to put in the yucca trees as well. Oh, how many of these can we put in? Quite a bit, quite a few. So what we're going to do is probably copy this pattern here with rocks and palm trees. Rocks, palm trees, rocks, palm trees, lots of palm trees. Lots of things to go on the beach. Where do we start? Let's start at the beginning, I guess. So what we'll do is we'll find the palm trees, because the pines are all at the maximum limit. And then we've got to be a little bit careful, like where we place them. As you place stuff on the outside, it's going to kind of fence in this area, or you can have it big and open and cold if you should so wish. More things we put right next to the water side. Also, that's going to block things like, well, boats, really. So if you're sailing towards the island being chased by a shark, you might not want a load of rocks and things in the way. So we're just going to put stuff where it feels natural. Give these things little spins, the palm tops, which are all the same, don't look the same. Maybe add some plants to the proceedings. Sometimes we just don't need to add the rocks. I'm trying not to. I'm desperately trying not to. And then, because these things can be cut down... Oh yeah, you're going to see that a lot, actually. That little snap as we cruise over the top of items and around items. It looks like a frame rate issue. It's not. It's that the camera has no constant velocity, so you slow down every time you get close to an item, you speed up when you move away, and actually... It's a bit annoying. A little bit annoying. That'll rotate Acacia. Don't need to rotate it violently, actually. But wait, there's more! Yes, palm saplings. Palm saplings do, in fact, respawn. They respawn every 3 days. So palm saplings, sharks, respawn every 3 days. Coconuts do not respawn. Fruit does not respawn. Animals like crabs and giant crabs and boars respawn every 6 days. So just keep that in mind. Potato. Oh, why not? Yeah. There's a nice little collection of trees, nice little stuff there. We have put it right in front of this, but you know what? Doesn't actually matter. I don't think it matters. So I think we're going to do the same thing sort of here as well. Put some stuff in. Probably off to one side, so just fill up the beach a little bit. Terrain objects, we got nothing selected, because we don't want anything selected. You can accidentally move things around. So T, just drop it into the terrain a little bit. Same thing here, just drop it into the terrain. Rudder rotate can only be rotated on one axis because, well, the game forgot that you can rotate the trees around multiple axes these days. Oh, why? I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's a lot of things that sort of could be different, but aren't. So just give that a little rotate just to make sure it's looking at the sun. Saruman. Acacia. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Rotate so the leaves aren't clipped through the tree. That can be absolutely chopped down. Little nana. I like the nana plants. Big and chunky, and it sort of doesn't care about anything that anyone says. And that, love it. Palm saplings, absolutely. Yeah, gotta have some palm saplings. There you go. Palm saplings and plants and various bits and pieces. Nice. Suddenly, the island's looking a bit more islandy. I did say I'd leave this area open, didn't I? Ooh, I hate to leave an area open. Does make for good building, though. I mean, you do have built. It pains me. He tasks me, and I shall have him. Alright. And yes, I have recently watched The Wrath of Khan. Have you? Yes, and the motion picture as well. Star Trek the motion picture. It's really, really good. I quite like the motion picture. It's one of those films that people kind of overlook because it... Oh, how did I describe it the other day? When Kirk and Scotty are first flying towards the Enterprise, I pressed F to focus, not R to rotate. When Kirk and Scotty are first flying towards the Enterprise, there's a lot of Enterprise gooning going on at the beginning of the film. That's like 5 minutes of flying around the ship, which is a pretty ship, but man, it's actually the most pretty that it looks in all of the series because they had Aztecing, which is a painting style, where they other films, I think they lent it out to someone, lent the Enterprise model out to someone, and they tamped it down with a load of like baby powder and glue. So in other shots and other films, she just doesn't look that good. I'm just doing the same thing, a couple of trees, some stuff. So probably not another nana plant. Let's make some variations of a theme. We'll put the palm saplings in there. There we go. Little rotate. Little rotate. There we go. Star Trek, your favorite sci-fi? It's got to be one of my comfortable. Like you always have a comfy sci-fi, right? Or a comfy thing. I'm gonna put a peepee there. That's nice. That's good. That is good. So PP for medication, fibrous leaves, and then the wood if people desperately want to chop down trees on the Rhode Island. I don't, but I gather people do. We have a pathway here, so I'm not going to necessarily want to block it off, but I will put some trees here. Yeah, Star Trek. It's comfy sci-fi. The original crew is definitely comfy sci-fi. And Next Generation, Deep Space Nine. I've been rewatching Deep Space Nine, and it is wonderful, absolutely brilliant. I love season 1 DS9. It's really good. Just like reintroducing yourself to all the characters again. It's peak sci-fi. And then you get to the new Trek after 2016, and it just gets a little bit not so good. No, got some Saruman here. Yeah, I don't like new Trek. Too much swearing and not enough Star Trek. So Saruman, I'm going to put a big old Saruman here, slightly up on the slope. No, press T, drop it into the terrain. There we go. So because it's next to this area, I'm just gonna put some plants and things around it. Probably not you. We can't add any more aloe vera. We've already like maxed that out. Maxed that stat. Okay. Rotate, transform, make sure everything's in the ground. And we are good. Another couple of palm saplings. Little arse rotate. Palm sapling. They can only ever face upwards. It doesn't matter so much if the palm saplings are in terrain. They are so small, you don't really notice that one is floating a little bit. But that one's not. Okay, cool. Yeah, just a little collection of plants, resource plants. So I'm just going to go around the island, and we can look back and see that we've added one there, one there. We've added one here, and suddenly, well, as the LOD fixes itself, suddenly the terrain, let's go like this, the terrain now doesn't stop at the beach. It thins out of the beach, but this greenery, because even though this doesn't look like a huge amount of area, this greenery now, let's go stand here, this greenery now extends itself down towards the shore and just thickens up the island. I like that. I like that as an idea. So we'll come around here. We haven't put anything here deliberately to leave this area open here and here for building and farming and stuff. So we can absolutely throw stuff around. We did throw quite a few bits and pieces around here. So this isn't too bad along here. I don't mind it so much. Along here's not too bad either. We just need more palm trees. Alright, yeah, starting to get thin again. Right, okay, cool. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it again. We'll do it live. How many palms do we need in reality? That is down to the person. You can plant an entire forest. I wouldn't, because you still need to make sure that the game can run. And on this computer, the computer that's made for rendering video, so I'm putting these in, giving them a little spin. It's pretty good. I mean, this machine will absolutely just chonk through most video games. Unfortunately, that's pretty good, right? Unfortunately, it does mean that when you're making an island and expecting other people to use it, what can happen is that someone loads up your island and goes, I can't run this because my computer is not powerful enough. So too many objects can in fact spoil the broth. Rotate so the leaves are not poking into a tree. Too many Saruman, not enough Alocasia. There you go. So little R action, little T action, little R action to rotate that out of the thing. Okay, because it was clipped through a tree. Non-plant. It's too chunky for this. Why are you whispering? I don't know. Big Alocasia. Well, I want something. These are the times when you want another plant, but you don't know what you want. Big Alocasia. Why not? No, why not? I mean, if these trees do get cut down by a player, what's left? Big alocasia is left. Cool. Right, so we'll do the same thing. We'll throw in some palm saplings. You can go in. You can go in. And we'll come the other side as well, because there's multiple sides to this. So we'll do that. And then that. Neat. We could probably also... we put another PP in there. Sneak some PP there. There we go. So yeah, the little plant head, or the flower is in the middle, so you want to make sure it's a little bit away from the tree so it can be interacted with, so the hitboxes of these plants aren't interacting with the hitbox of something that is harvestable. You can put something too close to, say, a ficus tree, and then you can't pick it. So that is just a collection of plants. And that looks so good. And we put it deliberately in a line. All of these are deliberately in lines or clumps, so that the player can choose whether to go left or right around them. Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing. I'm going to put some... I've got some here, but I'm going to put some along here as well. As if there is a palm tree invasion. Really? In fact, we are going to do some rocks here. So let's close that up, grab some rocky rocks, small shining rocks. Yeah, because we haven't used any there, so that's nice. And then again over here. Nice. Not too worried about rotating them, to be honest, because by the time the player has seen this one and then that one, it's kind of too far away. They're not going to see them at the same time, so they won't see that they're not rotated. Oh, wonderful. Right, good. Some more palm trees, I think. What's your favourite sci-fi that isn't Star Trek? Oh, that is an excellent question. Thank you for asking it. I don't know. I really like Babylon 5, but it appears that not many people have seen Babylon 5. I'm not entirely too sure why. It's an excellent sci-fi, and it was what Deep Space Nine was based on, because Paramount owned both of them at the time. Lex is also good. Lex is hilarious, but you need to be the right sort of person. The right sort of person to understand Lex. It's LEXX, and it's from it's late 90s. It's made by the Canadians and Germans, and it's batshit insane. Wait, you can't say that. I just did. It is truly insane, but it's like wonderfully insane. Yeah, I do like Lex. Okay. So we got two sets of palm trees. The nice thing about having a bunch of tall trees here is that when you look down, you're still looking down on something that's tall, and the player is now going, oh, I am quite high up. Yeah, that's how you tell that a player is high up, because when they're standing next to a palm tree and looking up, it's like, oh, that's quite tall. That's how you show scale. Otherwise, you just have terrain, and terrain isn't good at showing scale. So yeah, let's see. We need some planty plants. Alocasia, I believe you are needed. Yes. So throw that in there. Nana plant. I can actually throw Nan in there. Which is where Nan comes from. It's Babylon 5. Why don't you eliminate the entire Nan homeworld while you're at it? One step at a time. Yeah. 90s sci-fi. The bad thing about 90s sci-fi is the CGI just isn't very good these days, but it's not hugely distracting. Palm sapling. Oh, having said that, the siege on like the Star Trek films, I'm pretty sure they've redone all the graphics on the Star Trek films, because the director's cut of the motion picture is looking stunning, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, comfy Star Trek, comfy sci-fi. I do like the OG Star Trek. I'm just looking for more plants. So we're putting palm saplings in, we're putting palm trees in. So we start with the palms, then we put the saplings in, then we put some other plants in around them. This is fast, or faster than we've done before, because we're literally just stabbing these things into the ground and hoping that it works. Really? Yeah. I'm not trying to put all the same types of plant. I mean, I just put 2 cerumen in. But this is gonna thicken up the jungle. Welcome to parentheses the jungle. Okay. Good. That's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Right. I do want some more palms, but I'm also conscious that yeah, we got some around here. I don't have enough. The island is so big that even if we put like 20 palm trees down, it won't feel like we've done much. It's like peeing into the wind. The only thing you can expect is wet shoes. I imagine that's the same for everyone. I haven't really thought that one through too much. So we can do the pine saplings now. Pine forest, pine saplings. I like to put them everywhere, but you need to be looking upright. So we'll put them upright. Give them a little rotate. Cool. Put them on a steep slope. Why? Because I think it's funny if someone breaks their ankles trying to harvest a palm tree or pine tree. Really? Nah. Well, kinda. I mean, the hubris of man and all that. So we'll put these here. We'll thicken up these slopes with some. And these are what, 2 sticks. The bigger ones are 2 sticks, and the smaller ones are 1 stick. And if someone wants to wreck the beauty of their island by chopping down all these trees, well, so be it. I don't. Once you have given your map to a player, it's down here. Once you've given your map to a player, then they can do with it what they will. Yeah. Some people like to live with nature. Some people are little gremlins. Are they? Oh, trust me. Some people are little gremlins. And if you don't know who the little gremlin is, it might be you. Truly? I don't know. I was thinking as I was driving home. So I'm just going to put in these things in the empty areas just to, literally thicken stuff up. But also add resources. I was thinking as I was driving home, like, there's a lot of people that watch this channel, and when you see numbers, specifically like viewer numbers and watch time and everything, because YouTube does give you a bunch of watch time. It's like, you've had 13,000 hours watched this month, or however many it was, and it's so many thousand views, and so many people have subscribed and liked, and it's like, oh, cool, wonderful. But those numbers doesn't tell you anything about the people, about their hopes, their dreams, their thoughts, their feelings. And since everyone is unique and an individual, that's a lot of hopes, dreams, thoughts, and feelings. Some people are going to watch your stuff happy. Some people are going to watch it sad. And you never really know. You can't just treat people as a number. You have to treat them as individuals. So, yeah. That, even just adding these resources in, it suddenly breaks up the slopes, and it just makes it look a little bit more natural. I always like the pine forests in Stranded Deep because it makes me feel this is what the Rocky Mountains might look like during the summer. I love the smell of pine forest. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll probably say it again in the future. I love the smell of a pine forest on a hot summer day. Like, there are places where you can go and it's just like, oh yeah, it smells beautiful, beautiful. It's one of those like little things in life, little things in nature where you just happen upon it and it's like, yeah, this is nice. And even from the earliest times of just putting together pine forests in Stranded Deep, when they first introduced the cook pines, it does have that sort of like Rocky Mountain feel that I imagine is something that exists in the world. Although I probably will never, at this point, never get to see the Rockies. Why not? It's expensive. Really? Yeah, expensive, and I don't really have a good reason to go to America. Especially not at the moment. At the moment it seems a little... maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. maybe in the future. So we are just putting stuff up here. Same thing, just putting these in. Plants tend to grow upwards, so if you start sticking them out the ground at awkward angles, because they want to look at the sun, if you start putting them in the ground at awkward angles, people are going to notice that it's at an awkward angle, even if they don't mentally think about it. If they're not just like using their brain going, yeah, that looks a bit weird. So that's why I'm making sure each one of these is actually pointed upright. So just angle it upright, give it a spin, so it doesn't look like every other plant in the world or on the island. A lot of resources, because it's a bloody great big forest. Not so much here, where it's an obvious cliff edge, so I'm going to put stuff here. And here as well, which probably will result in some sort of scree or something sliding down. And I mean, it looks like there's probably been a landslip here, which is nice. Just the sort of result of brushes and brushing stuff around. Good. So I'm just popping them in the gaps, really. Let's do a spin. Okay. So those are small ones. We've got some big ones, some small ones. I'll put some small ones here as well. It's one of those things where you... wrong axis. It's one of those things where you stop and then you look back and you go, oh, actually, I've been clicking around like a mad person for ages. And now it looks pretty decent. Good. So just confining these to the forest area. I think we'll have some more up here as well. Spin. And then, how many can we get out? That is an excellent question. We've put in quite a few of these. So it doesn't matter if the player takes out a number of them, the forest will still be kind of thick. Have that thickness. Okay. That thickness though. Right, probably go back to the bigger pine saplings and just put some along here as well. Again, there you go. Suddenly, big pine sapling looks enormous. Oh, wonderful. Wunderbar. Here. Which is why we give them a spin, because there's so many of them in the same area. Doop, doop, spin. So we're not going to do any physics objects this time. Physics objects, things like tires, torches, lanterns, that sort of stuff. I don't know. I mean, we do need to do it. The trouble with physics objects, there is definitely a hard limit of how much stuff you can get away with putting in on an island. Mostly because every physics object requires a bit of processing power. And too many of them slow everything right down. So, yeah. Yeah. You can go up here. I'm trying to put them slightly off the path as well. Don't know what that's selected, so we won't move it. Okay. We can get lost in the weeds, but that is a ton of small palms, and already the hillsides are a lot greener and a lot denser than they were. So we put in the palm trees. Put in some palm trees. We're going to have to... I didn't realize how much we were going to have to do. I didn't realize how big this island actually is. So PP. Let's go and slap some PP around, because we need to do that. We put any PP in here? I think that might be advisable. Yeah. It does seem like this area will be best for medicinal plants, but let's throw some in the woods as well. We have a limited amount of PP that we can slap in or on. Terrain objects. Okay. Better PP. There you go. Better PP. People will just have to explore for it. If we put them in higher up places. Or lower down places? Just find places for it to go, really. Whip. Let's encourage some exploration. There we go. That looks nice. Slap that in there. I'm not entirely sure how many we get, so let's put something slightly more obvious. There you go. Drag and drop from here. I know we got a limited amount because Lava Lava has a limited amount. And Lava Lava has no real uses. Doot. There you go. Another one. Not so fussed on rotating them because they're so far apart from anything else. Beep. And we may as well max this out. Yeah, I'm not against maxing it out. Let's throw some more in the woods. Let's see. Where if I was PP, where would I be? There, max reach done. Done. Potatoes. Potatoes. Boil and mash them. Stick them in a stew. Alright. Do it. I'll do it. Up here? I think here. Boop. Next to the rock. We can probably just carry that on. So a little bit of potato lard. So we've got 2. I think we actually have more than 2 on the island. I think there's definitely more around. That would be funny if you came up to the top of here and found the potato plant. There you go. There's a reason for jumping up. Jump around, jump around. Oh, there's a potato plant. So we can come over here and tato it up. Potatoes. That is stuck in your head, right? Oh, absolutely. And there. Neat. Max it out? Yeah, let's max it out. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Yeah? Yeah, why not? That about a potato. That about a potato. Let's see. What happens if you come up here and find a potato? Potato. There you go. Just places where you might find stuff, really. Some places in the way, some places out of the way. Like the idea of walking along here like 100 times and going, oh, there's a potato plant down there. Yeah, so that one time when you do need to generate fuel. Potato. How many potatoes have we got? I don't know. In the order of something like 10? Potato. Alright. So here's still going the potatoes. I think we could probably just add them to places like here. Doop. Still not reached the max. The max limit has not been reached. Okay. Sort of swing the camera around wildly. Potato. Whoa. Are we just gonna add potatoes? This is just the island of the potatoes. There's potato there. There's too many potatoes. Potato. It just carries on. I'm not. Potato. Oh my word. How much potato can go? This is potato, right? I just had to look at it. Yeah, more potato. This is more potato than anyone deserves. Potato. Ah. Potato. Oh no. What is going on? Potato. Yeah, okay, this is getting ridiculous in terms of potato. Potato. I don't know if there's a limit. There's got to be a limit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I think we're just gonna potato up the island. I mean, there's enough starch here already, I think. I mean, it does have carbohydrates, which are definitely necessary. Complex sugars are carbohydrates. Are they? Yeah. Yeah, you need carbs. People are like, I'm going on a carb-free diet. No, just balance. Balance everything. Be sensible about what you eat. Don't need a special diet. Don't need it. Just balance what you eat. A nice tasty treat. A donut. It's good. It's fine. Just don't eat infinite donuts. Because otherwise then your body will be like, I'm now made of donut. And that would be bad. Also, on an unrelated note, the Michelin Man is called Bibendum B. Bibendum. What? Yeah, the guy that's made of tires that does all the Michelin like restaurants and stuff. His name is Bibendum B. Bibendum. We're putting guava trees, we're putting fruit trees in. So, yeah. Add a fruit tree. There's a definite limit to these guys. Is there? Yeah. Yeah, there is. Why do Michelin do the tire people? Why do they do like restaurants and travel guides and stuff? Because they sell tires. And because they sell tires, they want people to drive. So it was a way of getting people to drive. Oh, neat. Yep, neat it is. So these fruits, again, not so upset by giving people a ton of fruit. Fruit doesn't make people poo in the game. Too much fruit in real life might. A bit of, was it fructose? Too much fructose. And fiber. Fructose is a sugar, and you don't tend to find it crystallized because I think you need to get it super hot and then introduce like a crystallizing agent, like a seed. And then once you've done that, you need to give it a whack. I can't remember. I did know how to crystallize fructose, but it's not the same as high fructose corn syrup, which is slightly different. That is where you take corn starch and then modify it to become fructose. And I think you can switch them backwards and forwards once you've done it. These fruit trees are going in all over the place. Like the potato potatoes. Alright, it should be easy to find some fruit. Ah, good source of vitamins. Vitamins, minerals, more things you need. Okay. There's a big old scree slope there. So this little koala isn't too bad in terms of just popping it in little places, finding little places for it to go. So places where if stuff gets cut down, then it doesn't look too like alone. But we've just been building up all of this stuff here. So we've been around the island. I think we should probably go in the inside. Let's go wee over the top. We've added some stuff in here. I'm pretty sure there's one over here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. You can just get stuck in there. Done. Right. So what have we got? We got the palms. We got palm saplings. We have koala. We got plenty of potato. We got some PP. Oh, maximum PP. We got max PP. We've got maximum aloe vera. Oh, it's up the top. So max aloe vera. The next plant we do need to put on the island. Fine PP potato. So that's maxed. It's Quara and Kura tree. Kura is slightly different. We just overshot everything. It's giant. It's a giant plant. So yeah, a little bit careful. A little bit careful where you put it, because it's a big waxy leafed giant plant. But again, throw them in, boys. Throw them in. Throw me in, coach. Okay, I'll do it. I don't know how many of these we can get away with, but since it's not one that can be cut down, then we'll just toss them in. And use them to fill in gaps, I think. Nice. Good. Yeah, they do fill in gaps quite well, actually, because they're just big old chunky plants. You can go in. I'll put one here as well. Doesn't matter if it's obvious or not. It's a plant. Minding his own business, being a plant. Really? Yes. So just finding spots, just literally just flying around, eyeballing a place. It's like, oh, is that a good? There's one there. Is that a good spot for it? And the answer is maybe yes or no. We haven't had any. We have had some yucca put in. Not a ton of yucca. Okay. Some here, I think. Let's do that. Ah, wonderful. It's starting to look a little bit more like an island you could actually live on. Look, everything's getting a bit more everything. Oh, yeah, all right. I'll leave that area open because that's a nice invitation to go over the top of the top of the thing, top of the crater lip. Spin you around. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I wonder how many we can actually put down. I know there is a limit because I've hit it before. But it's good. We do need to fix some things around here, but not today, not here. So we got a bunch of fruit in. I think we probably put one here just for the added greenery. Yeah, neat. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. One here. There's fruit there already, but yeah, we can just break up the cocoa bush. Terrain objects. Got one there. So we've got the Kura and the Quawa very close to each other, but again, it doesn't matter. Just because there's so much stuff. It's so much stuff. I mean, how much stuff can we get away with putting on the island without it just absolutely taking a nosedive in terms of performance? That is a good question. Next question. Right. I think I'm going to leave that for the Kura because we've been around the island and it's good. We've added things where we wouldn't normally add stuff. The forest is looking way more foresty, way greener, with a bunch of resource plants that can be chopped down. We've added things to the beach, so the beaches now have a lot more palm trees on them. So I mean, we added this lot. Did we add that lot? I think so. Yeah, that's like something we did this session. We've added these. We started over here, added these. Didn't add this one, but did add this one. Yeah, everything's looking a bit more islandy. There's more resources that we need to put in. Definitely. But I need to do things. What do you need to do? Specifically, get the washing out of the washing machine. You know, the glamorous life of someone who does YouTube. So I'm going to leave it there for the time being. If you got to this point in the video, yes, this island is the biggest that we've ever tried. So putting resources in is normally something that would take a single episode. Unfortunately, this is like 40 minutes and we still need to put more resources down. So things like driftwood, and then we need to do all of the animals and things. So I'm going to leave it there for the time being. If you like these videos, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you want notifications, dingle bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell, and I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.